What is this song the square is singing? What is this song the square is singing? What is this song the square is singing?
What is this song the square is singing? What is this song the square is singing?
What is this
song the square is singing?
Picture this. A late summer evening, a town square, a bandstand. An audience is gathered in the park. They've watched a drummer, an accordion player, a horn player, and some sort of troubadour syndicate emerge from the foliage and make their way to the stage. There are some dancers off to the side doing, well, I don't know quite what they're doing. And there's a guy running around in a mortarboard. This isn't exactly what the audience was expecting from tonight's concert. They're wondering what's going on. They're wondering what comes next. But what comes next is, in part, up to them.
is this thing we are watching? I thought you said this was going to be a square dancing demonstration.
Now hush, Billy Joe. I'm trying to listen to the music.
It sounds pretty nice, but I love me a good square dance.
This is not a square dancing demonstration. It's a show about collaboration.
What's collaboration got to do with square dancing?
You don't listen. What I said was there would be some dancing in the square. And dancing is all about collaboration anyway.
It is?
Well, yeah, you move and then I move based on how you move and vice versa. If I do-si-do, then you do-si-do, you see? We do-si-do together. Collaboration. Now hush. I don't want to miss anything.
But I don't see any do-si-doing going around on this here stage. And what about that guy? The guy with the accordion earlier?
Well, what about him?
Is that collaboration?
Music is all about collaboration, too, just like dancing.
Why an accordion?
Why not an accordion?
Well, the accordion is not technically a square dancing instrument. You need a fiddle, you need a bass drum.
What is it with you and square dancing and accordions?
I don't know. I just like square dancing. I don't much like me accordions.
Well, the accordion part of the show is over now, Billy Bob. It's okay. There's all kinds of stuff to come.
What kind of stuff?
Well, poetry maybe, more music, and dancing.
What kind of dancing?
Yeah, no, just
Square dancing, yeah?
no. Just relax and enjoy all the collaboration going on, please.
Sure. Okay. But when does the square dancing begin?
Oh, my stars.
I wrote you this note so you could share what it means to be square. Like even Stephen, even something we can believe in. You might say you don't need to be square. Well, that's fair, but look out, you'd better prepare for how good it feels to be square. Once you try it, you might never deny it. One more thing, all kids know what it means to be square. When they're together, they play together. I said all kids know what it means to be square. When they're together, they play together.
Settle down, settle down. Good day, class. As you know, I am Professor Square, your academic advisor for this illustrious venture that we are on today. I will present to you 4 unique factoids about this very square that you and I currently share. Now, let us therefore begin at the beginning with factoid 1. The subjects covered: geography and geometry. A square is defined as an open space or area formed at the meeting of 2 or more streets. The area of a square is equal to the length of one side to the power of 2. That is, the length squared. The area of the Woodstock Square District is 13 acres, or 566,280 square feet. The largest square in the world is Tiananmen Square in Beijing, China. At 108.72 acres, or 4,736,122 square feet, that's 2,176.26 squared. Now, I will return for the second quarter with another factoid in just a bit. But now, Mr. Bobby Joser, the class is yours.
You learn something new every day, don't you? I certainly didn't realize Tiananmen Square was that big. But then this performance is called Square Notes. Notes on squares, notes in the square. No square dancing yet, but the night is young. I think the audience can expect a lot of different kinds of squares and a lot of different kinds of notes. Playing notes, taking notes, passing notes. Some of that was going on during the music just now out in the audience. There will be a lot of notes moving around and through the square tonight. This performance is a collaboration. It's an experiment. A lot of people coming together to try something new and figuring it out as they go along. It started when a piano player passed a note to a writer, who passed a note to a guitar player, who passed a note to a dancer, and so on and so forth, until a whole congregation of performers and artists and audience found themselves under this particular sky, on this particular night, listening for the notes the square is singing. And now the dancers are starting to move. It looks like they've got notes of their own too.
What is the ground saying to the soles of your feet?
How do the trees speak to your lungs?
What do you hear under the silence?
What message will you send to your 90-year-old self? We circle the square. Spring. Spring up the steps to the creperie. Take a sip of revelry. The taste of absinthe on a lover's lips. Blossoming flowers, nectar drips. A warm embrace, observed in a window pane. Memories of old love remain. We circle the square. We circle the square. Young mothers push strollers to the bakery. Smiley face cookies crumble softly. Heading over to the gazebo, jumping in puddles that echo. Classical recordings fill the air while babies learn to crawl upstairs. We circle the square. We circle the square. Summer. Summer along and the farmer's market begins. Bunting flags flap in the wind. Cymbals crash, horns salute. The city band plays musical tribute. Blankets and lawn chairs erupt with applause. The ice cream social has a cause. We circle the square. We circle the square. Skateboards rock and roll. Trains come and go, creating the rhythm and harmony of this caring community. We circle the square. We circle the square. Fall. Falling into piles of leaves, pumpkin spice in the breeze. The homecoming parades around, butterscotch and corduroy on the ground. Trick-or-treaters running everywhere, running and screaming, beware! We circle the square. We circle the square. Winter. Winter your way as the countdown continues. The spirit of the season sings within you. Horse hooves trot on cobblestones as the magical voices joyfully roam. The opera house chimes jingle bells. It's like a living version of Norman Rockwell's. We circle the square. We circle the square. Rise and shine with Woodstock Willie. A prognostication that may seem silly. Jubilation and spring anticipation abound as the seasons cycle around. We have circled the square.
All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3. Been running in circles back to where I began. I don't wanna meet you just anywhere. Let's agree to meet down at the square. Let's do something special. Let's go someplace free. Can't see around corners, and that's alright by me. Don't wanna meet you just anywhere. Let's agree to meet down at the square. Don't wanna meet you just anywhere. Let's agree to meet down at the square. Once more. I don't wanna meet you just anywhere. Let's agree to meet down at the square.
Okay, class, we are back in session for the second of our 4 factoids. The subject this time, social studies. A square is defined as a person who is conventional or conservative in taste or way of life. This meaning originated in the 1940s to refer to people who did not appreciate jazz music. It may have derived from the rigid motion of a conductor's hands in a conventional 4-beat rhythm. A square is also defined as meaning just or fair, as in fair and square and a square deal. Square can also mean satisfying, as in a square meal. In West Country slang, when 2 people are all squared up, it's also referred to as we are fairs pairs. Let me repeat that. Fairs pairs. Well, don't get caught up in the detail, people. Sometimes we have to be taught what it means to be square. Mr. Hegner, I believe it's yours.
Working out the answers for what it means to want more. Topsy-turvy, either straight or curvy. If you know
I don't want to be a party pooper or anything, but you know what this thing could really use?
Let me guess. Square dancing.
You betcha. I mean, come on. They got poems about squares. They got songs about squares. They got factoids about squares. You're going to need some preparation square dance for that, baby. They even got accordions.
Yeah, we know about the accordions.
I just think we should have more square dancing. How can you talk so much about squares but not about square dancing? Am I right or am I right?
Well, there was dancing earlier.
But that's not square dancing.
Dancing in the square.
That's not the same. Square dancing is for couples, 4 couples specifically, 8 dancers in all.
Now stop griping, will you? If you don't like the show, I don't know, take in the sights.
The dancers are arranged in a square, see?
Just look around this square. Look at the beautiful historic buildings, the Opera House, the old courthouse, and the jail where Eugene Deb spent 6 months.
I think it's called a quadrille or something like that.
You got Expressly Leslie over there and Mary's Mexican.
Quad meaning...
You got Weinstock over there, and you got Read Between the Lines.
Yes, but
Hey, look at the light. Look at the sunlight. It always makes me think of Rome, the way the sun hits the buildings in the afternoon.
Well, I heard that before.
Oh. You know what? You're turning into one of those squares the professor talked about, you know? What'd he say? Oh, yeah. A person who is conventional and conservative in taste or way of life.
Who is Eugene Debs?
Oh, my stars.
Yep, still no square dancing. But things are starting to take shape here on the square tonight. Notes are gathering in corners and words are finding the right angles. The audience is starting to get a feel for the geometry of this thing. And up on the bandstand, John Hegner, the instigator of this little assembly, starts to talk about why he wanted to bring all these people together in the first place.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, Bobby Joe. When Off Square Music asked me to do a concert as part of this series, I thought I really would like to have it be a collaborative thing. So I started talking to my friends like Bill Dank and Jessica Campbell and Andrew Sintamu, and one thing led to another, and pretty soon we had about 20 people participating in it. And aside from, I think collaboration is a great way to bring community together, and we have so many great artists in this community. I've always wanted to just bring them all together, and I'm still working on it. It's taken me 20 years to get to here, so. But, yeah, that's, Bill, why did you agree to do this?
Well, I couldn't say no to you, John.
Oh.
So just looking at everybody out here is the reason I wanted to do it and share our music with the community.
How about you, Sven?
Oh, wow. Okay. I don't even live in Woodstock, but I come here a lot for the last over 20 years. And I've known John, going to his studio, recording different times and places, different people. So I wanted to be part of this community, and I would always make a point to come to the square. Ring it around, square the square. So now, this is me participating with excellent musicians, and I'm very happy about that. So that's why I'm here.
And this is an experiment. We really didn't know how this was going to turn out, and it changed every time a conversation was had. So we're flying without a net here, and I hope it's entertaining for you. We're enjoying it up here, and we'll be taking a break soon. And I hope during the break you'll take the opportunity to go back to the Clay Workers Guild tables back there and talk to Anne Marie, and also take a look at Bobby Joe's sculpture. It's really exciting. There's a movement afoot to bring lots of public art to Woodstock, and I think that's part of the picture, as well as collaboration, working together. We can really achieve greater things if we work together.
Like I said at the beginning, the song the square is singing won't really take shape until the audience has passed a few notes themselves. We're coming up on an intermission. The musicians are going to take a break. The audience is going to get up, stretch their legs, and maybe head over to the food trucks. Some members of the audience have written answers to the questions on those cards the poets were handing out. They'll bring those notes to the drop box at the base of the bandstand. Others will start moving with the dancers. And I bet a few will get involved with this game of Jenga that seems to be starting up.
It's kind of reverse Jenga. Julie called it Django, and each block that you will be building with does jangle, jingle, jangle. How about a little video game music? Things fall down, we just build them up again. Ready? Enjoy the intermission, everyone. We'll be back in about 15, 20.
Picture this. The chimes are ringing. The musicians are back on the bandstand. The dancers are back in the grass. That grumpy couple is headed back this way. And things are really starting to come together now. The writers are gathering up the notes from the audience. All the pieces are falling into place. Now, we're going to see what happens when everybody gets involved.
Okay. I gotta just say this.
What?
I am still waiting for my do-si-do. Hey! Hey, you hear me? Accordion, sir, man. Where's my do-si-do?
Is that kind of like do re mi? Do re mi fa sol la ti do.
What on earth is that?
Bill? What's the sharp of sol?
I think it's C.
Exactly. Do si do, do si do, do si do.
Is he making fun of me now?
Hey, you asked for it.
I asked for square dancing. I didn't ask for...
When squares dance, they do a square dance. They do si do.
Now that is more like it.
It happens that when it comes to romance, squares prefer a cozy do-si-do.
I can't.
Just roll with it.
All right, just roll with it. Roll with it.
Exactly.
And square dance. Really mean composers. Rock and roll. You know, I'm new to this collaboration thing. Never really done any of that before.
Well, what do you mean? If it's collaboration, what do you mean?
No, like, what am I supposed to do here? Like, what's my role?
When squares roll, they hug the corners. Their aim is true.
Their aim is true. Can you dance with me?
Feel the music, look around you, the exuberant grass, the promiscuous trees.
When squares roll,
making art in the opera house. So many wonderful things I've seen around the square all the night out. We live in a town where the music flows, the community choir, all the stage left shows, theater, concerts, cabarets, and more. So much fun in store. Square spaces, square places, square spaces, square places. When I think the square, yeah, I have to laugh, remembering that blizzard. Luckily for me, I had a big puffy coat, and I am a snowbird. But I had to get to work, and my car was buried deep. I burrowed out the door at 218 Main Street. I grabbed my skis and I glided through the square. I made it, the only person there. Square places, square spaces, square places.
Thank you, ladies.
Welcome back, class. Thank you for being on time. Nice change of pace. Let's focus on this collaboration concept, shall we? As we move into factoid 3, foreign language. Square in Spanish is pronounced quadrado in its masculine form. In Italian, square, it is pronounced a piazza. In Chinese, shong feng sing. Our Arabic-speaking friends, they say murab voni. And in the Ukraine, square is pronounced plush shu or plushu. Now, let me call on Andrew. Now, Andrew is in this country, but is a native of Uganda. And naturally, he speaks the language of Uganda, or I should say one of the languages of Uganda, which in this case is called, simple enough, Luganda. But I will let Andrew explain. Andrew.
Kubanga oli muntu nange ndi muntu, ekitegeeza tuli ba Luganda, meaning because I'm a human being and you are a human being, in a way we are related. Tuva mu katiba ke kamu, we come from the same mold, the same square. We call it the human spirit, omwoyo gw'obuntu. Thanks.
I've always looked up to Andrew. And now, let us please continue with the festivities. You may enjoy yourself, but please, keep it to a minute.
But what is this song the square is singing? I hear a rhythm. No, a vibration. The ground remembers where we've gone. The earth is humming what we've done. The air holds on to centuries. The past is rooted in the trees. I hear the ice carving rock. I hear the herd. I hear the flock. I hear the water under our feet. I hear the people we'll never meet. I hear the wheels turning round. I hear the idea of a town. I hear the corners sharpening. I hear the hot clay hardening. I hear the shovels digging in. I hear the hammers. We're about to begin. But what is this song the square is singing? We built this place to hold our days. Our minutes nestle in its bays. Watch the years climb the walls. Hear the bricks absorb our calls. We built this place to hold the notes. It keeps all the songs we ever wrote. Sing into its sandstone ears. Trust your heart to what it hears. We made this place a music box. Go ahead, lift its top. We made this place our marching band. We hold the cadence in our hands. We made this place an instrument. We pluck its strings. We strum its cement. But what is this song the square is singing? I hear a vibration. No, a heartbeat. The minutes are pounding in the street. The decades move on terracotta feet. The years pound out a steady pulse. The moments whisper in the lulls. I hear the shadows lengthening. I hear the twilight lingering. I hear the engines begin to fade. I hear the future on parade. I hear the voices. I hear the shouts. I hear tomorrow calling out. I hear what's possible begin to sing. I hear the notes and what they bring. I hear the drums, I hear the laughter. I want to know what's coming after. What is this song the square is singing? I hear all of you might have some answers to that question. So, what is the song the square is singing to you?
Song of joy.
Song of possibility.
A song of ice and potholes.
We hear you singing.
Hip to be Square by Huey Lewis and the News.
Over the rainbow.
We hear you singing.
Imagine.
A beautiful day.
This is the song the square is singing.
Creative community.
Togetherness.
We are the song the square is singing tonight.
Well, we're about to approach the final exam, so I hope everybody has studied. Let us address factoid 4, the subject matter, history. The square we are sitting in now was first platted by Alvin Judd in 1844. He wanted to create a town called Centerville, right here in the center of McHenry County. The plat was recorded by an official named George Dean. Now, those surnames will sound familiar to anyone who pays attention to the street signs around here. Later, Judd, the city's first mayor, would plant the first trees in the park, following a railroad engineer's recommendation for the trees on the square that they be planted promiscuously instead of in rows. Well, there always comes a time, and this has come a time for us to grow. You have all been splendid. Please, keep that up. The momentum it's amazing to me. And I would just like to ask Lena Pixley if she would see me after class. Thank you so much.
Before there were roads, there was a trail that led to this very square, to a clear water spring. And so we are welcoming in at this point in our program together tonight people that have trodden on the square throughout the ages. Illini, Kickapoo, Ho-Chunk. And we also want to acknowledge all the people that have been here since and all the people that will ever come to the square. Actually, all the animals. How about all the plants? How about all the living beings? And of course, all of us right here, right now. I'm gonna sing my wounded heart well. I'm gonna sing my wounded heart well. When the day is long and the night is longer still, gonna sing my wounded heart well. Comes a time to lay your burdens down. Comes a time to lay your burdens down. Will be sun, there will be rain, there will be reawakening. There comes a time to lay your burdens down. So take that time, feed your body from the well. Raise your voice, look up high and hear the bells. In the end, be a friend to yourself and sing your wounded heart well.
This place really does hold a lot of history. All the notes that have ever been played here are still rattling around these rooftops. There are a lot of voices in this place, a lot of years thrumming. You can hear them, can't you? Let's listen.
Calling all Crime Stoppers.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a grave announcement to make. Incredible as it may seem, both the observations of science and the evidence of our eyes lead to the inescapable assumption that those strange beings who landed in the farmlands tonight are the vanguard of an invading army from the planet Mars.
Watch out for that first step. It's a doozy.
Like a wax flower under a bell of glass, in the Paisley and Gingham County of McHenry is Woodstock, grand capital of mid-Victorianism in the Midwest.
Boy, I got vision, and the rest of the world wears bifocals.
The only type of work the Woodstock typewriter can turn out is beautiful work.
Could you hear it? Could you hear the past? Could you hear the future? What did that poet say earlier? This place is an instrument. We can all play it. The song never ends. It keeps rolling on. It'll be here waiting for you whenever you come back. What notes will you add next time? What notes will you add to the song the square is singing?
Okay, before we leave, I just want to introduce everybody in case, and that might be hard, so I'm going to need some help. But Cassandra Vos Demon, Julie Gibson, Chris Belden with the hat over there. Belden. Don't smash that guitar, we need it. Andrew Sentamu, Sven Hansen, Jim Seidel, Roger Rupert on trumpet back there, Jessica Campbell. Jessica Campbell, I'm sorry, I'm not on the mic. Cheryl Cox over there. Steve Rockenecker. Cara, will you come over here, Cara? Come to the mic. Or any mic, pick a mic, any mic. And
Colleen Cox, Tatiana Enders, Stephanie Wall.
over here we have the grumpy couple, Kathy Camella and Rich Logan. Bobby Joe Scribner, narrator and sculptor extraordinaire. Joe Pez, of course. Keith Johnson back here. Rebecca Hegner, my lovely wife. She helped so much. Who else? Off-Square Music, yes, I'm getting to that. So, we all, yes, yeah, Rebecca. We all owe a great debt to Off-Square Music for the decades of fine music. What?
Joe Fisher on mandolin.
Joe Fisher on mandolin. I knew I would need some help. Off-Square Music has created and supported opportunities for people to express themselves creatively in this town for decades now, and they're a treasure to this community. So we owe them a lot, and we love them, we support them, and I hope that you all will too. And anyone else? Anyone else? Yes.
John Hegner.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. So we'll play you out.